Here are 6 unusual reasons for your hair loss. Hair loss is more common than you think, but getting to the root cause of it can be tricky. There are dozens of reasons for thinning or balding, not just growing old. Most people shed 50 to 100 hairs per day as part of the natural cycle of hair growth. If this cycle is disrupted, or if a hair follicle is damaged, hair may begin to fall out more quickly than it is regenerated. This can lead to symptoms such as a receding hairline, hair falling out in patches, or overall thinning. Hair loss may be temporary or permanent, depending on the type of hair loss you are experiencing. It has been discovered that COVID is a cause of hair loss in a small amount of people, too. 6 unusual causes of hair loss. 1. Too much vitamin A. Too much of certain vitamins long-term can cause you to experience hair loss. More specifically, too much vitamin A. Vitamin A is vital for helping protect you against illness and infection by keeping the immune system primed. It also keeps the skin and eyesight healthy. Vitamin A, like all vitamins and nutrients, is important to incorporate in our diet and can be found in foods such as liver, fish oils, milk, eggs and leafy green vegetables. However, if eaten in excess along with taking too many retinol-type supplements, this can cause hair follicles to go into overdrive, meaning that your hair will be reaching the end of the growth phase too quickly, which can lead it to fall out. Not only this, too much consumption of vitamin A can cause liver damage as well as other health complications down the line. The NHS and Department of Health also warn too much vitamin A could be dangerous, as it could weaken your bones. You should be able to get enough vitamin A from your diet, it says, but if you eat liver or liver pate more than once a week, you may be getting too much. 2. Scalp skin conditions. If you're suffering with hair loss, it's easy to turn your attention to your locks. But it could be the health of your scalp you need to focus on. Probably not too unusual, however, many people completely bypass the fact that a poorly looked after scalp can cause your hair to fall out. Most scalp conditions can lead to hair loss as well as a skin rash. There are a number of scalp skin conditions such as fungus, psoriasis, or dandruff which can lead to hair loss, so speaking to your GP to determine the issue is key. For example, androgenetic alopecia, also known as male of female pattern hair loss, is the most common type of hair loss and is hereditary. Genetics, behavior and many conditions can all play a role in the cycle of hair growth. 3. Not enough protein. Hair loss can also be caused by a lack of protein in the diet. For example, people who crash diet with limited protein may develop protein malnutrition. What happens then is that the body saves the protein by putting the growing hairs into a resting phase. This means that hair loss can become likely. Protein is a key source of energy in the diet. It helps build muscles and repair cells. Protein is found mostly in animal products, such as meat, seafood and eggs. But it can also be found in nuts, seeds, and legumes such as beans and peas, which are all suitable for vegetarians and vegans. It's harder for plant-based eaters to get adequate protein, and something worth keeping an eye on if you chose to go meat-free. If you are on a diet, just ensure that you are still getting enough protein in to ensure you do not run the risk of hair loss or thinning of the hair. 4. Low iron. If you find that you are losing clumps of hair, or more hair than usual is coming out of your hairbrush, it could be an iron deficiency. When you have an iron deficiency, your skin and hair may receive less oxygen from the blood, which can cause them to become dry and damaged. In severe cases, this can lead to hair loss. Other symptoms of iron deficiency include a lack of energy, shortness of breath, pale skin and heart palpitations. Red meat, liver, beans, such as edamame and chickpeas, are good sources of iron, as well as nuts, dried fruit and dark green vegetables. UK dietary surveys indicate that many women are not getting enough iron. 5. Overstyling or hairstyles. Time to put the straighteners or curling iron down. One cause of hair loss that often gets missed when diagnosing hair loss is if you are overstyling your hair. This can come from using hot tools on your hair daily and for a prolonged time. Some hairstyles may also be putting too much tension on your hair, including tying your hair back in a tight bun or even braiding. The stress caused by overstyling, vigorous hair pulling and application of hair treatments for weaves and braids can cause damage to your hair and cause hair loss. 6. Poor sleep. The value of sleep is underestimated by most. Not only does it reduce grogginess but the risk of an early grave and hair loss to the list of problems associated.